Hello, hello, and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So today we're going to be talking about Wolf Notch. This is a smartwatch, but it's not just a normal smartwatch. It has a twist. This has Bluetooth earbuds built in. Yes, people, you pull out a pair of earbuds from the watch itself where they've been fully charging and they're ready to go. You put them in your ear. You can take phone calls. You can listen to music, podcasts, all that stuff. But are they any good? Is the watch any good? We're going to find out all of that and more in this video. So first thing we're going to do is a hands-on with a box, quick unboxing and first impressions on said 2-in-1 watch. After that, I'm going to be putting this bad boy to the Adam Lucas test to figure out, is it something that you should buy or maybe skip altogether? I'm here for you, so don't have to waste your time buying and returning. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Okay, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So you have a logo right there of a wolf. This is Wolf Notch. Stay hungry and take over. That is very interesting. Take a look at the side over here. Wow, very interesting. Let's go ahead and get inside this box. Oh, there we go, people. Okay, because of the dual nature of this device, I'm going to say you definitely want to read through all of this so you know the ins and outs. Okay, it looks like it comes with the standard budget smartwatch charger right here. Okay, I almost thought they gave you an extra band, but this is the band for the actual watch itself. Okay, so it looks like the watch actually has a protective cover that they've already installed. There we go. So it's coming with, you can actually see some bubbles in there you might have to smooth out. So that's interesting. I've never seen that day in my life. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk around this watch real quick. It is very, very lightweight. On this side, you have two clicky buttons right here. I don't think this actually turns. No, that does not turn. And then on this side, you have the holes for your earbuds right here. Ooh, those actually went in way better than I would have thought. Wow. Okay, they go in perfectly. They have their own indicator lights on them. And this watch is not really that massive. I was expecting it to be way bigger. Let's see if it... How do you get these things out? Hold on. Oh, interesting. Okay, so these actually have little grips on them. You can see it right there. So those grips, you kind of get your fingernail behind it, and then you pull out. So I was expecting there to be some kind of spring-loaded... Oh, there's the watch right there. Cool. I was expecting there to be a little bit more spring-loaded release, but no, it just locks in, which is kind of good because you don't want to bump it and have your earbuds start to pop out. Okay, there we go. The watch band is on. Okay, let's go ahead and walk around this guy, shall we? So you got a on-off button, I believe, over here, or maybe that's just a quick access button. Let's go ahead. That's the home button right there. Okay, so you got your home button, and that's the on-off. Over here you have your two earbuds, and then you have this like super grippy on the top, soft touch on the inside, watch band, and then on the back here you have your very, very minimal heart rate monitor. But yeah, first impressions, this thing seems a little bit more on the gimmick side, but I'm super excited to be putting the earbuds to the test for sure. So coming up, we're going to get this thing a reviewing.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this watch real quick. So the first thing you're going to notice when you put it on your wrist is that it's pretty large. This takes up a big chunk of my wrist, but it feels very, very comfortable, and it's super, super lightweight. Once you get into actually using the watch, you find all of the shortcomings are very apparent. Like there is no actual ability to scroll through any cards or anything like that, which is the first I've ever seen on any smartwatch. So I would basically call this user interface half-baked at best. It is very, very limiting. You can, of course, change a few things here or there. This top left button right here is basically just to get into your stat information, but there's nothing else you can do. There's no ability to scroll up or see anything more, so that's literally all you see, which is very similar to what you see on the actual watch face itself. So there's no real reason to jump in there. You do have the ability to switch watch faces by holding down on right like that and swiping through, but if you try to apply any watch faces, you're going to end up with this blank screen right here, which is actually supposed to be a watch face, believe it or not. So you have these presets right here that are the only ones that will actually work. As far as I know, if you load any more, they won't work at all. So let's talk about the display itself. So the display is actually not bad. I was kind of impressed. The viewing angles are phenomenal. If I can get it right, yeah, you can actually see the viewing angles are really, really good. I was totally impressed with that. The display is crystal clear. You can really see all the text, everything you want to see, but there's not much to see. So it's really funny. It's kind of like you have this really nice display, but there's not much to actually look at, and that's where this whole thing kind of falls short. Everything about the UI is just very minimal and not a lot going on. Go into the stopwatch right here, so you can go ahead and start a stopwatch. Once again, there's nothing dynamic about this watch. You can do a Find My Phone, so it's very basic, very straightforward. I wouldn't really believe that the heart rate monitor or any of these sensors are going to be as good as a Fitbit. So I would just say that if you're buying this for a fitness tracker, you're going to be disappointed because it's not really going to do the job. So it's definitely going to be something that you want to avoid. Yeah, and there's no workout modes, so there is no real user interface. If you swipe down from the top, you're going to get to the ability to change your brightness, so you can lessen it or increase it, and then you're going to be able to see where your battery percentage is. Now the battery is actually really good. It does have to charge up the earbuds over here, so it is definitely something that is going to be tanked quite easily, but it doesn't. It holds its charge. I was actually really surprised with that aspect of it. And then you have the Find My Phone ability. So not a lot going on there. You can see the date and up at the top and the battery percentage, and then you can see that it's connected to my phone with that icon right there. If you swipe up from the bottom, this is where you would get your text messages and whatnot. So it does have the ability to get text messages and get notifications. So if you're buying this for some kind of smartwatch as of December 2022, I would say avoid this one at all costs. But if you're buying something just for a simple pedometer, slight heart rate monitor, and a slight calorie monitor, then this one's going to do the job. It's not going to fail you on those aspects. Now, could this get an update that makes it twice as good in the future? Yes, they could potentially send out a firmware update. They do have an app that is bare bones just like this watch, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying you could buy this watch and in a year's time it could get an update or 2 or 4 that really bring it to something that's actually usable. So I'm not going to hold this software and set it in stone just yet. Now, let's talk about one of the most important features of this entire watch, the earbuds themselves. So when you take the earbuds out, the first thing you notice, you now have 2 giant holes in the side of the watch. And this is where I think they could improve. I think they could put a sliding door right here where it splits in the middle and half the panel goes up and half the panel goes down. So when you come back to it, you're pushing through and the panels go up and it locks into place. Then when you take it out, the panels close and it seals that with some kind of metal that really would make this look premium. I do love how easily they slap back in there, and the indicator lights are phenomenal. They really do their job. Very bright, very vivid. So if you're looking for top of the line earbuds, these are not the ones. If you're looking for a top of the line watch, this is not the one. If you're looking for an all-in-one, a 2-in-1, this is definitely the one for you. You just have to understand the shortcomings. There's a lot of shortcomings of this watch, and they're very apparent, and you're going to notice them immediately. But other than that, this is a great 2-in-1 watch. Okay, so this portion of the video, all the audio you are hearing is coming from the Bluetooth earbuds themselves, not from my Note 20 Ultra. So I put it on Bluetooth mode and hit record. So this is going to give you a good understanding of call quality. So if you're making a call, this is going to be similar to what people are going to hear on the other end. So this is going to give you a good understanding of the microphones that are on board these little tiny little earbuds. Okay, let's talk about comfort in the ear. So these things are extremely small. They are so small that if my ears were just a little bit bigger, I would fear that they're gonna fly into my ear canal and get stuck. But nonetheless, they don't. They basically just sit like that with their little, this little portion sticking out. If you want stealth earbuds, these are absolutely amazing. They're so tiny. No one is going, like, people are not going to believe that these are actually earbuds. They're going to think that you put something else in your ear and not a pair of earbuds. So these are actually really cool for being super stealth and tiny. And if you're just listening to like a podcast on low, these are going to be great. You're going to be able to hear the world around you. So if you have kids and you're at home and you're trying to take care of all the kids and you still want to hear if they need you, then these are great. If you're making phone calls at home, these are also going to be great. The microphones are decent. You're not going to be disappointed with them. So if your expectations are really low, these are going to be perfect. If you're expecting a pair of Bose earbuds, these are not Bose earbuds, so do not buy these with that expectation. And yeah, they look like they're gonna fall out, but in my testing, jumping around, moving around, they don't fall out. They sit in the ear just right. They're so feather light, and the little notch that sticks out is great for your hand. You can grab it super easily. Okay, let's talk about sound quality. So the sound quality of these earbuds are very poor. There's little to no bass quality, and everything is kind of tinny and high. So if you are used to listening to podcasts and audiobooks and getting that depth of bass from certain people's voices, these are not going to do that. You're actually going to go, am I listening to the same person? So these are definitely designed to get through a phone call, get through listening to maybe an instructional video or a YouTube video on how to fix something. These are definitely the in-between earbuds that you're going to pop in a pinch. You're going to listen to what you need to listen to and you're going to move on. You can listen to music on them, but like I said, it's very poor quality. You're not going to be impressed at all. One thing I did want to say is if you have tiny little ears, these actually could be really good for you. I know my wife has really small ears, so these are probably some I would recommend for the tiny ears out there. Okay, so let's give this a star rating. So as a smartwatch, it's not the greatest. As a pair of earbuds, not the greatest. But when you combine the two together, this thing is really cool. This is a great gift if you're dealing with someone who doesn't have a smartwatch, who doesn't have earbuds. This could be great. Someone who's a little bit older who just wants to be able to see the time and occasionally talk on the phone with earbuds. This is going to be perfect. I know my dad would be very happy with this. Now they are very small, so they're definitely something that you're going to have to understand. These are compact beyond belief. They're super mini, but once you put them back into the watch, they're very hard to lose and very hard to get lost. So as a watch, it does its job. It tells the time. You're going to get a little bit of heart rate information, but nothing to write home about. You're going to get some step counting, which is fairly accurate. Battery life is definitely as advertised. The sensors down here are, you're not buying this as a health watch, as a fitness watch. You're buying this as a 2-in-1. And as a 2-in-1, I'm going to say it does its job. You're going to enjoy it. Hopefully the software inside gets better and they update it and improve it. So I'm not going to actually give it a star rating because it is a 2-in-1, possibly one of a kind. I'm going to say that if you know what you're buying, it's a good gift. It's a good purchase. But if you're leery about it, hopefully this video helped you understand a little bit more about it. All right, there you go. That's the Wolf Notch 2-in-1 smartwatch. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button. If you want to join the Adel Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos. And it's because of you guys I surpassed 5K. Yes, people, on my way to 6K, but I need your help. Yes, you right there. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.